Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Generational Sports. Hope everybody is doing well in the world today. Josh, I start the show off every week doing the exact same thing because I can't, go into this sports talk and all of these wonderful things without knowing. How you doing there, brother?
I'm doing good. Had a wonderful weekend. Made good money this weekend, but I feel like it changes for me just as the seasons change. But right now, I'm like, I prefer warm weather. But during
No,
the summer, I'm like, get me in winter right now.
no. I can't do the heat. Listen, I'm not us big men not built for it. So I will take
Listen, I'm a big fella too, and I just don't know where I land on.
I feel like you're not, as
But
husky.
you're tall and big, which is I'm short and big.
I mean, just call me fat, Josh. I mean, Jesus.
No, being tall, it's way better to be tall and fat than short and fat like
So
me.
you are
'Cause
calling
you're
me fat.
winning this fat off.
So you are calling me fat. That's crazy. I mean,
We're both fat. You
that's
call
just
yourself fat.
that's just
Get in my
true.
face with that.
Listen, you got to be honest with yourself.
You do. Reality checks. But no kids got in my way. Didn't almost kill any kids today.
Okay.
Very annoyed with how some people park though.
Well,
If you can't
listen,
parallel park, don't do it.
you can't win it all.
Yeah, I don't parallel park. Like I will circle the block 8 times and wait for a car to leave before I risk even the
See,
chance of someone watching me try to parallel park. Because I'm
I
not bad at it, but the pressure gets to me. The pressure
see.
does.
I can do it, not because I'm actually good at parking. I'm telling you right now, if I didn't have a backup camera in my car, I would never reverse.
I don't got one. I've never had one.
I'm telling you right now, I would never reverse if I didn't have a backup camera in my car.
So you
I would
never
be.
do the.
I don't have no. I mean, listen. Don't get me wrong. Do I peek over the shoulder to make sure? Yeah, but when I'm backing out, I'm staring right there, right at the
I
backup
get a
camera.
good stretch in every time I back out. Get a good.
Stretch your back out.
Why you gotta do that?
What? You said you get a good stretch in.
I didn't say anything about my back. That could be shoulders, oblique.
So yeah, that's why I was asking. Have to do that. I don't even know
Yeah,
if
I
it's
stretch my
open.
back out.
Okay. I mean, do whatever you want. It's 2023. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're doing well.
How are you doing?
Oh, living that dream. Applied to some more jobs today. Got to get the application out there. I got a nice little package in the mail today. My brother getting married. He asked me to be the best man.
Hey,
So got that to look forward to next year. What else? Oh, over on Taking Action, the other show that I help social media do my picks with, had a nice 10K viewer episode this week, up to
okay.
over. I think we got about 4,200 subs over there. So that's growing, which I love to see. Help to get the name out there as well. So yeah, it's been productive. Hasn't been a bad time, Josh. Hasn't
Good.
been
I
a
mean,
bad.
I'm very excited. Don't get me wrong. This is my favorite time of the year, as it is most people. Holiday season.
I mean, listen, yeah, there. I get emotional thinking about Christmas.
Yes, me too, man. I'm like, oh my god, it's
Not
just
even that. The worst thing is like all the nostalgia people that post things on TikTok. I
oh, yeah.
almost break down in tears every time.
The memories on
Oh,
Snapchat and stuff. Like, oh my
not even
god.
that because I'm not a big picture person. I don't know why. I always regret not taking them, but like in the moment, I feel too awkward to take pictures or ask to take pictures with people and stuff like that. But like, I'd be on TikTok and it's like, it's 2008. You just went to elementary school during the Christmas season, and it's like the roll-in TV, and then they got another slide of like, just like all the holiday stuff you did it like as a little kid. And
You
I'm
do
sitting there,
Christmas
I'm like,
concerts when you were in
what?
elementary school? Christmas concerts?
I think so.
We did them every grade up until 6th grade.
I mean, I probably should know because Josh, believe it or not, your guy here, I was in band and chorus.
I was in the band. I was in bands for 2 years, I think.
Band and chorus, fifth and sixth grade, because me and my boy. This is how I knew I wasn't going anywhere in life. Probably fifth and sixth grade. Me and my boy look at each other. Band and chorus, we can do the same instrument and be in chorus together, and that means we get to leave class sometimes. Oh yeah, we're there.
Oh yeah, that was the
It's
best.
that is strictly the reason we did it.
There's nothing better than getting called out of class for something like isn't bad. Like
Oh, yeah.
you're
I mean,
leaving early, or
like sometimes it'd be science class or whatever. All of a sudden, oh yeah, we had our band lesson today. Sorry. And me and my boy would just go chill and do absolutely nothing. I mean,
getting
that's
called out of class early for an away game. That's the best. The best feeling.
secret. All right, you need to calm down over there with the
Yeah,
bars.
let's hear some Jingle Bells. Let's do some Jingle Bells.
Listen,
Somewhere.
nobody wants that.
Do re mi fa. The show is
Oh
still
yeah,
great.
okay, Josh.
Oh,
Yeah.
if there's one talent I wish I had, it's singing. I would
Oh,
sing
me
all the
too.
time if I was good at it.
I watch singing videos on YouTube and stuff all the time, honestly, like The
So
Voice
much.
and stuff like that, just because I'm extremely jealous.
Yes, me too. Like I don't watch it because I'm like, oh, I just love. Like I do love music, but just hearing
Yeah.
like great vocal talents,
Oh,
like wow, I'm jealous of your love.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable stuff that people are doing these days. I wouldn't get a single chair turn. Some people are getting four. But hey, listen, let's move on. And we're gonna do. Listen, as you guys know, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Underdog Fantasy is the official sponsor of this here program. You can see it scrolling across the bottom of your screen 24/7. It's the official sponsorship of the pick segment that we do every week as well. The beautiful one that I make. So Gen Z, double your first deposit up to $100. And me and Josh figured, you know what? Why not go a little halvesies? Why not do a little something live on the program here? Now, Josh, I obviously while doing this, I'm not going to be able to see a damn thing from the stream. So you're in charge of everything until I can come back and look at everything. But we got a little money to play around with here. We figured me and Josh we're going to do a nice little draft. We'll probably do a nice pick. Hey, we might even Josh. We got $20 to work with here. We can do a couple pick'ems. We could do a couple drafts. Whatever way we really feel like doing it. But
Exactly.
Josh, you figure that we enter this 4-person draft right here: Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's enter here. Oh yeah, look at that! Only 3 buckarooskies. That ain't nothing.
And you can win so much with just few dollars on this amazing website.
All right, we're waiting for 3 people, but listen, just looking at things off the top here, Josh. I'm hoping that we get the number 1 overall pick. How could you not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
what are the positions for this? Is it
this is QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Yeah, but how many of is it? Just one of each and 2 receivers?
You know what? Honestly, I probably should have looked at that.
Just go back to drafts.
And
then click on
the little eye here.
Yeah.
Draft size 4.
Scroll to positions. Yep.
1. All right. So running back, quarterback, 2 wide receivers, flex, tight end. So we got some things to. Let's go back to.
No, you gotta go drafts and active.
Drafts. Okay. See, look at that active. Draft.
I've been busy on Underdog lately, man. NBA season Underdog, it's undefeated. You gotta go to active.
I went to active. What happened?
I
actually got to click on it. See, I'm stupid.
And then go to draft.
All right. So let's see here. If we got the first overall pick, you got to go golf. Have to.
Do you?
I mean, listen, you got 4 quarterbacks to pick from here, right? Jared Goff at home, absolute dog. If this was a road game, I wouldn't say you got to go golf first, but I love Jared Goff on the road or at home.
Yeah, I mean, and the other 3 options, you're just kind of taking a flyer. Like if it was anybody but Pittsburgh, I'd be on Will Levis.
Listen, we'll have to get into that a little bit later on in the show, but what a performance the man put on.
Yeah, insane performance. And DeAndre Hopkins was on my bench, which is just something you don't love to see.
Now, Josh, here's a real question that probably if I turned on the thing for notifications, it would have notified me. But is there a way we can get out of this? Maybe do a pick 'em while we wait, and I would make sure that we would actually also be able to know when we are going to draft.
You can just go to pick 'em and then switch back and forth.
We'll toggle back and forth because let's build a little pick 'em here, Josh. Now, what do you say here, kid?
Let's do it.
A little Thursday night football pick 'em, I would say, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you got to listen. Do you see what we're looking at here, people? A half a total yard for Jared Goff. I mean, they want you to win money here.
Yeah,
they do. So I mean, you obviously got to pick that one, Josh. I would say.
Yeah, it's
Now, what are we liking here? I'm loving. I feel like they've been getting Devontae Adams involved heavily, so I like his over with the receiving yards. I do feel a little spicy though, Josh. You could take the rushing and receiving touchdown for one. I got listen. I don't hate that.
I
That's
think I think Devontae might be a risk tonight.
you think?
I think we lean towards Jacoby. I think we all kind of expect Devontae because of, he got angry and then they force fed him in the first quarter. But after that, they kind of went away. So I feel like they were kind of like, here's your touches, go away.
That's why I was kind of looking at the receiving yards. Let's go back to the draft. Okay, just want to make sure that we were missing out on anything. So you want to stay away from Devontae. Okay. We can go down to Mr. Good old Jacoby Myers here. 61.5. We can have him scoring a touchdown. What do you like in here?
I like the fantasy points kind of scare me. It's either fantasy points or receptions for me for Jacoby. That's what I was looking at earlier. Okay. I feel like he might hit exactly 5 though receptions. Like I feel like that's a solid number for him.
It's always possible.
So I wish it was 4.5 because I'd say hammer that. But I like 10.5 fantasy points because then if he is getting the touches and then at some point scores, that's almost a guarantee. But we don't have to go receiver for the Raiders,
No, listen, I was just scrolling down through everything. You know what I kind of do like, believe it or not, is the Daniel Carlson under here just because I heard he's a little hurt,
And he did miss one last week.
He's a little injured. Obviously you don't wish injury upon anybody, but you got to take everything into account when you're betting here. So, Josh, good thing I looked on my phone. Bam. Active. We're here. Look at that. So,
you got to go to draft.
All right. I'm in the draft. Oh, go to draft. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we get back-to-backs, so we're probably going to miss out on golf.
We're missing out on golf. We're going to miss out on St. Brown, Gibbs.
Well, don't guarantee that. A lot of people get scared by those little injury things. So what does it say under St. Brown? Is he
St. Brown? No, St. Brown is playing. It was an illness.
He's a little sick, right? He's a little sick.
Yeah, a little illness. Okay, so picked one was Gibbs. I don't hate that obviously for him. St. Brown. Okay, maybe we do. Is it possible? Come on, don't be rude here. Give me I'll take Goff and Adams. Mr. Generic. Who did he go with? He went with Adams. Okay. So what are we thinking here, Josh? You got 25 seconds.
Yeah, I think we definitely wait. We can wait on Goff until the next pick because we know we're going to take him. Josh Jacobs against that defense. I like the top 3 options outside of quarterbacks here. Jacobs, Hopkins, and Henry. I don't think Henry would be a smart move.
We got to go. I'm going. I went with Jacobs. Okay.
That's what I would have gone with too.
And then we got 20 seconds here. Now what?
Take Goff.
Take Goff. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's the clear best option out of.
I do believe that is very smart.
Yeah.
Because listen, Jimmy, Will, Kenny. Ugh.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
We got the best quarterback and the best running back out of these 2 games.
Well, technically, Gibbs was projected higher.
But I don't think Gibbs is going to get the touches.
You don't think so? No, there is no, what's his name I'm looking for?
Montgomery.
No Montgomery.
But so I still feel like it feels like they should, but they kind of refuse to give him the ball sometimes. Like it's weird.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong.
If they blow out the Raiders, he'll probably put up good numbers.
True. All right.
But I kind of see tonight being a close game. We could do a little preview while we're waiting.
Yeah, a little preview while we're waiting. Obviously, when our draft pick comes back around, we'll be able to chat about it. We got the Raiders at the Detroit Lions. Obviously, the Lions are coming off an absolute slaughter. They were put down like Old Yeller behind the barn against the Ravens. Listen, I think this is a huge bounce back for them. The Raiders haven't impressed me at all, obviously. I think it's pretty easy to say almost with the way that they have been playing. I don't think that should really surprise anybody. They haven't been very impressive. Jared Goff is excellent at home, which is also why I really do like the fact that we got him here in this draft, which, by the way, Josh, I don't even want to say the name, but I am absolutely staring at a certain player here for our first pick, and I don't want to say the name because I don't want him to get taken because that just happens to me. But staring at him.
I might agree. There's two guys I'm staring at.
I don't know. I hope you agree with the one I'm staring at, but I don't know if you will, honestly. We're one pick away here, so we'll pause the preview. But Josh, who are you staring at?
The two I was staring at: Sam Laporta, Jalen.
Okay, good. I'm picking Sam Laporta then because listen, you want to talk about a difference here in tight ends? It's Sam Laporta and then like 17 Grand Canyons, a couple, a couple Eiffel Towers, things of that nature in the way. Now, listen, we got our quarterback, we got a running back, we have our tight end. We do need two wide receivers here.
I think we wait on receiver.
Okay, so you want to go flex then? We do need a flex. Do you go?
I like Jalen Warren.
Over Najee.
I mean, I don't know. Najee hasn't had a good game all year. Jalen Warren gets like 6 yards a carry.
All right, let's go with Jalen Warren then. Why not?
The only reason I didn't want to go receiver is because when it's these small games, like you can take a risk at receiver because who knows who's going to score a touchdown. It's not always going to be Amon-Ra or Devontae, Like Traylon Burks might get a deep ball on Thursday. Who knows? Let's take a look at the receivers here.
We got Jacoby still there, obviously. I don't think we'll get him by the time our turn comes back around, but I'm not. Obviously, he just went right there. I wouldn't be mad with. Listen, Jameson Williams, hey, possible.
Mm-hmm.
Possible.
Josh Reynolds. Let's hope Josh Reynolds is there.
Yes.
He's part of my same game parlay today.
Oh, yeah. How's that same game parlay looking? What are you cooking up over there?
Yeah, I went alternate spread. It's not even that big of a difference. I just went down half a point, 6.5 instead of 7. Just
all right, listen, you hate the push. You hate the push.
Yeah. And then Goff and Garoppolo both over 200. Goff 2 passing touchdowns, Garoppolo 1, and then heavy on Reynolds. It's over 34.5 receiving yards, over 2.5 reception, and anytime touchdown.
Honestly, I like it.
I'm all in on Josh Reynolds tonight.
Right now we're projected 49. Okay, come on. We'll have our back-to-back picks here. Let's see what's cooking up. Oh,
dang it!
Right before.
Well, I think Jameson's not a bad pick either.
No, I think we go Jameson here, obviously, and then. No, I'm thinking
Allen Robinson, not a bad option, or Calvin Austin.
Westbrook did score a touchdown with Levison.
Yeah, I do like it. Yeah. It's just, I think we go someone on Pittsburgh because that Pittsburgh defense is just. I don't know. I'd say Calvin Austin or Allen Robinson.
Oh, God.
You go.
Oh, we missed our pick.
Traylon Burks.
Who do we get? Traylon Burks. Whatever.
Not bad. No. You got to be quick on Underdog. You got to come in with a game plan. You got to know.
Only 30 seconds you got.
Yeah, you got to know who you want because they're not going to give you all day.
I do believe that is the end. Oh, yeah, that will be the end.
Grid Ironic has a question here. Does Underdog Fantasy have regular fantasy where you have a salary cap? They do not, but they have, before seasons, they have a ton of season-long drafts that you can do where they'll, your best players will be in there. You'll draft a full team. I did one for the NBA. It was like 12 rounds, and you build out a full roster, and then they pick whoever scores the most points, and you can get to a qualifying round after 17 weeks and go on and try to win a lot of money. And they also give away like free tickets to games and stuff as well when you win those.
Underdog's great. Like I don't listen. I don't say just because obviously they've given us a chance, but I used them before we were ever sponsored by them.
Yeah. That's why I reached out to them see if they'd be interested in partnering because I love the website so much. I was like, man, this is awesome. I'd love to be along with them. But
like a little ending screen we're gonna get here, Josh. I haven't done many drafts on here. I'm not gonna lie.
It doesn't take you back, but
all right. Well, let's see. How are we? Does it rank like? Does it rank
on the desktop one? It doesn't usually rank it, but on the app, it'll usually take you right.
Let me look at the app then.
I don't know how
Josh,
to get to it.
Josh, I'm not gonna lie, we're projected. Actually, no, we're projected second. Okay, I'll accept that.
Yeah, and
I mean,
projection.
yeah, this guy had a hell of a draft. How did he get St. Brown and Myers and Derrick Henry?
Yeah, when you get those top picks, it sets you up nicely to get the top end of the bottom. Like
I
it's
mean, hey, listen, I don't care what the projections are, as I've
yeah.
learned in fantasy football, because my team's always projected very good and then is absolutely terrible. But anyway, how about we go back to the pick 'em then? That's our team. We got Jared Goff, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Warren, James Williams, Traylon Burks. Obviously, our wide receiver position, not the greatest thing in the world. But
Hey, they
I'm
both
very.
scored a touchdown, and we're geniuses.
Oh yeah, no, especially because you got the Jared Goff, Wilson, and Laporta thing going on there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, if Jared Goff all of a sudden throws 4 touchdowns tonight, hey, 2
yeah,
to each. We're
exactly.
sitting pretty. But how about we go back to that pick 'em? Because obviously got to get it in before the game starts. So we got the half yard for Mr. Jared Goff here. Now, Josh, what else are we thinking here? Why don't we scroll down to the? Oh wait, I gotta be. Oh yeah, no, we are in NFL.
Yeah, let's look at the because I mean the Raiders might have a game, but I don't feel comfortable betting on too many of their players, or picking too many of their players.
How do we feel about some of these? There's your boy Craig Reynolds. I mean,
I'm
listen,
Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, but I mean 2.5 receptions. I really like that. Like I think 2.5 receptions is really nice.
Okay, we can take the higher. That's good.
And what's Sam Laporta's yards at?
Sam Laporta, I pat 49.5. Give me the over.
You like that?
I love that.
Let's do it.
Big fan of that. We got actually I forgot we do you have to pick both teams obviously in underdog. You can't just.
What about what do they got defense and you like Daniel Carson's under?
I don't hate it, but I feel like the kicker one is always so scary. I mean, that's 2 field goals and extra point.
And there's also a question: do we think Hunter Renfrow gets 1 or 2 looks this game? Because if we don't think
they
he does,
hate Hunter Renfrow.
yeah,
They
so
actually hate him.
I kind of like the lower there because even if he gets a catch, it's probably a screen for 2 to 4 yards. Like a 7-yard day for Hunter Renfrow this season is.
Can I look? I can look at his 14 yards, 7 yards,
and then none. And his last 3.
Ugh.
And I don't think he played much the first.
God, it just makes me so nauseous looking at a number that low. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
I mean, let's
They got
see.
any defensive players on here? I think I saw Marcus Peters, maybe.
Marcus Peters, you got 4 tackles plus assists.
I like Trayvon Moehrig. 4.5 total. Ooh, Marcus Epps too. I'd go one of those 2.
Let's see. 5 tackles, 2 assists, 3 and 0. I mean, he's averaging 3 tackles basically the last couple games.
Is that solo or total?
Well, that says tackles.
And then
assists is over here, so I got to assume that's solo. Marcus Epps, how are we looking at him? This is a tackles and assists. He had 5, then only 2, and then only 1.
But we also got to think, are we thinking there's going to be a lot of like open field tackles against the Lions? They're going to make plays. They're going to get guys in space. So it's going to be
they're very, good offense.
I like Moehrig.
Tackles or tackles and assists?
Tackles and assists to be safe.
Hitting the over?
Yeah.
Okay. And we could go one more. Obviously, we don't have to. We can, though.
Jimmy G, 34.5 pass attempts. If they're scratching and clawing late.
How much?
Yeah, how many does he have?
I know he hasn't been playing. Oh, I forgot about the Rivals.
Yeah, we can't go with some Rivals.
I'm a big Rivals guy. How do I get to the Rivals? Oh, Rivals.
I love the idea of Rivals, but I just suck at them. I am terrible at them.
Let's see. Rush attempts, passing yards. Honestly, I can't pick a Jared Goff one, though, because we already have him in there. Trash. Let's see.
Rushing, receiving. Jameer, and Josh
Plus
Jacobs.
15.5 for Jacobs.
Plus 15.5?
Yeah, he gets 15.5 to start.
I think I'm on that. I think I like that.
For Jacobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how do you feel about it? I don't want to just.
No. I mean, 15.5. He led the. I mean, listen, the guy led the league in.
He kind of only has to break one and then, still get touches. And then we just got to hope Jameer, doesn't have the day we all have been waiting for.
He was good last week, though. That's my only thing that I'm scared with. I mean, last week he went, 17 carries, 80 yards. And then he had, no, last week was 11 carries, 68 yards, 58 yards receiving.
But I feel like those receiving yards came because they were down 28-0, so they were throwing every play.
How did Josh do? 11 carries, 35 yards, 6 yards receiving, 77 yards. Those are not great numbers.
Yeah, but that Detroit defense is kind of Swiss cheese. It's that front part.
But they hadn't allowed a 100-yard rusher until last week.
Well, I don't think we need 100, I just think we need him to tote the offense for a bit. I mean, 15.5, that's a lot to get.
They don't have Devontae versus St. Brown in here.
Well, who would get what?
What do you mean? I mean, you got to do like receiving yards.
Yeah, but who gets what? I think that's the issue.
I don't think you need to give. I mean, give him a half a yard, something like that.
True.
Honestly, I know you didn't really love it, but I'm still on this receiving yards for Devontae.
We can drop Morig if you want to go. Devontae's receiving yards.
Yeah, I would drop the Jacobs one.
Okay, whichever one you want to drop, go for it. I'm cool with Devontae's receiving yards.
All right, I like Devontae's receiving yards, so I got to take this out. I'm going. All right, that's our play. Half a yard special for Jared Goff, Josh Reynolds 2.5 receptions, Sam Laporta 49.5 receiving yards, Trevon Moehrig 4.5 tackles and assists, and Devontae Adams 72.5 receiving yards. Put a nice little 10 max on that one because of the special, and pays out 200 people. I mean, what's not to love about it?
See that? All you got to do is go deposit 10. You'll get 10 free.
Exactly.
And if you want to ride with us and try to win that, you get to walk away with $200. $200 for putting in 10. And then you still got 10 to play with.
Gridiron, that's just not right, all right? He said 60 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, Josh, you want to throw 7 beans on all the like rocket ones?
Let's do it.
Let's see. Let's go Devontae Adams, score a touchdown. Hey, why not? Jacoby Myers, yeah, he'll score 1 too.
Jimmy G's having the day.
Hey, that's only 2 touchdown passes, Oh, Craig Reynolds, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, jet sweep.
Sam Laporta, obviously. And Josh Reynolds.
2 from each.
Oh,
3.
Absolutely wonderful. 7 Buckaroos, 700 on. I mean, Josh, you have to take that chance.
Yeah, it's 7 to 700.
I mean, come on. What's $7?
What are we doing?
Just don't go to McDonald's for 1 meal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, or you can, the insurance. I mean, hey, you can insure it. 5
insurance is sneaky the way to play underdog, because
sneaky.
If you're putting more than 10 and 15 and you're getting up to that 20-25 range, insurance is the way to go.
But I mean, Josh, what are we? A bunch of,
we're all in. We're all in on this.
I mean, listen, 7 Buckarooskies. Why not? Touchdown for Devontae, touchdown for Myers, Reynolds, Laporta, and then the other Reynolds.
All the Reynolds getting in today.
Yeah. And that, people, is how $20 goes down the drain very fast.
Hey,
until we win, though. I mean, this is going to be a wonderful day.
It is. Underdog is amazing.
I do love it. Like I said, I used Underdog before, we were partnered up with them or anything. They were, I was shocked when they gave us a chance, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Shout out Underdog. Use code GenZ. They'll be your first deposit up to $100. And make sure you follow them on Twitter because they literally have a tweet up right now where if you just like it, you have a chance to just get money deposited into your account.
I
So
mean,
just follow
how
them.
could you not
on
like
Twitter.
that?
Yeah, like they're so generous to all their users. They're great. Fast payouts as well. So yeah, definitely use Underdog. Code Gen Z. That'll be your first deposit.
Won some money on the Super Bowl last year.
I
Could
want
have
some money
won.
this,
Could have
this
won a
weekend.
lot more. Could have won a lot more if Deion. No, it wasn't Swift last year. Who the hell was their running back last? Miles Sanders would have gotten into the end zone.
Hey man, don't get me started, Miles Sanders. What a waste of money for
What
us.
about? I think I was up about $200 from the Super Bowl. Would have been about 4,000 if he went into the end zone instead of 500 brotherly shoves for Jalen Hurts to score 16 touchdowns. But I'm not mad about it. Obviously,
Doesn't sound like it.
no, I'm not mad at all.
I did
I've
say
never, in fact, I've never been happier.
I can tell you're glowing.
Yeah. There's something going on, all right. But all right, let's get back to everything. I think we're both going Lions in this game, correct, Josh?
Yeah, but the spread scares me. Vegas always knows something.
They do. It's 7, isn't it?
7.5, some places, and in the NFL, that's just so much. Like in college, 7.5 is like 2
That's like
seconds
3.
of a game.
Yeah.
But in the NFL, where everybody can have a day any day, it's scary. It's so scary. So I mean, yeah, I'm on the Lions, but they haven't looked the same kind of since Montgomery was out. Like I know everyone was upset about it because everyone drafted Gibbs over him, but he was balling. Like he was carrying that offense for.
Oh no, he was an absolute animal for them. I mean, he's kind of the hammer, back that they want.
How long's he been out? Was last week his first full week out?
No, I think it was
just his third week out.
Yeah,
got injured in the Bucks game, right? Was it a Bucks game?
Yes, that was Thursday night, right?
Yeah, and then did they play Baltimore? Or was there a game in between there?
They might have played Baltimore.
So, I mean, last week we didn't really get to see their game plan without him, if that is the case, because, I mean, they were down 28-0 in 2 seconds, so they weren't really running their offense. So it'll be very, very telling today what their plan with Gibbs is. I expect him to, get the ball a lot, but, you never know what MCDC's got planned.
I mean, listen, 13th overall draft pick for a reason. So you would think that they're going to get him, involved in the game. Obviously, they did last week, but not to the point where they actually wanted to, because you're down 28 points in about 16 seconds, so you can't exactly run the ball at that point.
Yeah.
But we will see. We will definitely see.
Very sad. Monday Night Manning, I love it. I wish they did every week, but
still not a fan.
They're not here this week. I miss the boys.
Still not a fan. I'm not gonna
their
lie.
Analysis, their breakdowns. It's beautiful.
Never watched it one time, but I say
I'm
just not. I just don't find Peyton or Eli entertaining, and I know people love them, but like,
well, I don't find. I love Al Michaels, and I love.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Al Michaels is checked out. Let's be honest with each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I was getting some of the games he was getting, I'd be kind of checked out too. But that Lion Buck game, when Reynolds threw that block and Amon-Ra scored that touchdown, down the sideline, he's at the 5, touchdown. I'm like, brother, we got to do something.
That's what I'm saying.
Last year, that playoff game, it was
they how mad Peyton gets. You got to see how mad Peyton gets when a quarterback makes a dumb play. He gets mad.
I mean, last year the Jags and the Chargers, that comeback. Al Michaels is the field goal's up, and it's good. They just completed a giant comeback. That's what you're giving me?
I feel like you're going too far. That's not what he's got a tone.
He's monotone. He doesn't care anymore. He's checked out. He got his Thursday Night Football money. He's done now.
He may have lost a little bit of juice, but
a little. I mean, we're talking about the last ounce of the orange here.
I disagree.
Listen, I agree with this. I'm not even an Al Michaels hater. Up until
sounds
Thursday
like you are.
No. But see, here's the thing. There's a difference between being a hater and criticism. Because up until Thursday Night Football, I could listen to that man call any sport he wanted. But once he got to Thursday Night Football, it's like he checked out.
Listen here, Anthony. That man has been calling games longer than you've been alive.
Well, no.
So why don't you get off his back and if he wants to take a season off, then
or a couple now.
No, He was a
Yes.
ball. He was balling last season. Okay?
Let's be honest with each other. Come on.
I am being honest. Al Michaels still got the fastball.
Yeah, if that helps you sleep at night, I guess.
He's gonna have the best broadcasting day of his life today, and you're gonna
Today?
whenever. What game is he doing this? I don't know what game he's doing.
He's Thursday night with Kirk Herbstreit.
So who's tonight, Joe Buck?
Yeah, Buck and Aikman. Come on.
How are you not crapping on them?
Here?
They are worse than Kirk
stop it. You're one of those people that don't like Joe Buck just because everybody
I
else
love
does
Joe
like
Buck, but I'm taking Kirk and Al over him and Aikman any day of the week. I'm taking Romo. I'm taking Romo and Nance over anybody.
I'm also out on Romo.
I love he's drunk every time, it sounds like. I love it.
It does sound like that. And I mean, listen,
you're looking for the professional, he's good at his job.
No. Greg Olson, your boy, Greg Olson, fantastic.
Oh, he's great. Greg Olson's great in the booth.
I wish Greg Olson did every single game I ever watched.
He's awesome. He's amazing.
I would take Greg Olson and Joe Buck if I could make a pairing.
If I could make a pairing,
I'm not a big Tirico guy. Collinsworth is kind of annoying.
Who's I'm blanking on his name.
Why do I feel like I know who you're talking about?
I'm blanking on his name. His voice is amazing. He's always cracking.
The college guy?
Yeah. What's his name?
Oh,
I listen to him every weekend.
I know exactly who you're talking. He's paired up with he's paired up with Joel Klatt, right?
Yes, he's with Klatt.
Yeah. Isn't it something?
I'm
just gonna look it up because it's gonna piss me off. Joel Klatt announce partner. Let's see what comes up.
What's his name? Just give me the first name so I can at least.
There we go. Good old Gus.
Gus Edwards
Johnson.
I still didn't have it.
Good old Gus Johnson.
Gus Johnson's my favorite. I'd go Gus Johnson and Romo. I'd want to see that broadcast.
I mean, I didn't even know we were diving into the college books because I don't think Gus does the NFL.
He's done it before, not regularly, but he's done it.
Yeah, I would take him then. Gus Johnson and Greg Olson, though. I love Greg Olson.
Greg Olson's amazing. Amazing.
Very, very good.
Him and Cam Newton had a little moment on Twitter a little bit.
Aw, how cute.
It's so
Did it
sad.
warm your heart?
Well, it got me sad because Greg Olson came up to Christian McCaffrey and gave him the most embracing, lovable hug I've ever seen. And then Cam Newton posted a long tweet about him like, man, please go back for like a weekend. Just go back one time.
It was a good time to be a fan of those Panthers back in the day.
It was.
For like a season.
Not this year. It's quite the opposite.
Of course, Josh, by the way, I bet the Texans this week. Not actually bet, but like on taking action with Chris. I was like -3. Texans have been good. Panthers are 0-5-1 against the spread. Texans are 4-2 against the spread. Give me the Texans. They lose outright. Unbelievable.
Yes, sir. First dub. And hey, we're only 2.5 games out of first place in the division.
Which is just absolutely foul.
And guess what we have next? Colts Bears.
Oh, you're losing to the Colts. Colts are putting up points.
So we already are against each other on one on the pick'em.
This man Gardner Minshew is throwing absolute lasers all over the field.
Yeah, to both teams. Both teams.
I didn't say that they were to his team. I said he was throwing lasers. But how about we get into some more NFL things, and then we go. Actually, wait before we go into the NFL. Francis Ngannou won the fight against Tyson Fury. Don't care.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird score. 46-43 was kind of crazy to me.
46-43.
That's UFC scores. But someone scored it like 60.
Yeah, I think it was 96-93 or whatever. And then the other ones were like,
yeah.
There was a 96-95 Ngannou. Then it was a 96-93 Fury. And then there was like a 96 or whatever, 95.
There were two 95-94s.
95
one for each. And then a 96-93 for Fury.
Yeah, there we go.
Just crazy. 96-93 is crazy.
Listen, there's not many sports that I call rigged because I think people just overdo that.
I call them all rigged.
I think people overdo it with the rigged thing. I think, calm down. But boxing, it absolutely is. Because if you thought that, I tweeted it out too, Francis had 0 shot of winning that fight in a decision if it went that far. The man has Fury and Usyk or whatever the hell his name is have a to unify all the bouts, big things set up in Saudi for December. There was, unless Francis put him to sleep, and I mean needed smelling salts to come back to life, there was no shot he was winning that fight. You know how much money they would have lost out on?
So much. So much.
Like, it was just never going to happen.
I bet on Francis.
Did you?
Plus 1,000 he was. Plus
I
1,000.
mean, yeah. I did.
Like,
I think to end the fight, he was the favorite.
After the second round, he was plus 240. I was like, this bet is looking good. I might win this. And then the way the announcers were talking, this is the greatest day in Francis's life. I was like, so he won. And then nope.
I think most people listen. I've seen a lot of people saying that he won. Like usually that gets pushed back with like, "You're all right, calm down, blah blah blah." But like, I mean, there was boxers there that said he won,
and he ate an elbow.
Ate an elbow. And I mean, you look at Fury's face after the fight. Well, messed up. Francis didn't even look like he did anything.
Oh, there's other bad news for you, especially too. John Jones out.
Oh my God. You want to talk about just absolutely disgusted? I wake up and I wake up the next morning and I see that, and I was like, "Where did this come from?" All of a sudden, I got the notification at like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I was awake when it happened. I was like, "Oh my God, seriously?"
I'm like, "What are we talking about here?"
Tough.
Good old tough. Billy Leahy. What's going on there, brother?
What's up, Billy?
No, but John Jones being out. What happened?
I was just wondering if he's related to Jim by any chance.
Jim Leahy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Billy, you know what Jim?
It's Trailer Park Boys. Jim Leahy.
Never watched it.
Great show. Oh my God.
My cousin's a big fan of it. I remember like a few years ago telling me to watch it, and I never did.
So good.
One of these days I'll.
Shitbirds. I haven't watched that. I'm watching that tonight.
Oh, look at that. Jim Leahy, my uncle.
Nice.
Fantastic. But no, absolutely disgusted that John Jones isn't fighting.
But I honestly am more excited for Aspinall versus Pavlovich
than John Jones and Miocic.
John was going to kill him. We all knew it was coming.
Listen, John Jones is the.
He was going to. Stipe hasn't fought in like 2 years.
I mean, John Jones didn't fight in like 19 and then went out there.
And then he came in and just made Cyril Gane look like a little baby.
All right, how do you know Stipe doesn't come out and do that to John?
He wouldn't have. There's no chance he believes that.
Listen, Gane isn't a wrestler, so he was just able to get him to the ground, tap him out. Stipe can wrestle.
No, Stipe was going to get murdered. John Jones, the number one in the world, the best to ever do it, was going to win. Tom Aspinall versus Pavlovich. I don't think either of those guys have seen the later part of a second round.
I'm pretty sure I saw that like Aspinall or whatever, I think his longest fight was like 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, outside of him getting injured instantly and like 2 fights ago, he's finished everybody. So is Pavlovich. Like, that fight is, from an entertainment aspect, way better than John Jones, Stipe, in my opinion.
And I mean, I'm still, don't get me wrong, I'm still very excited for the card because you got Yuri and
Alex. Yeah, that's
Alex on that card. I'm a little disappointed in the build-up to the fight, though.
When is it? This weekend or next weekend?
No, it's next weekend. But they're both out of their mind. Like, they are literally insane. And
I think they're still working on it. I think they're putting.
I'm going to say I need some promotional of like Alex in the Indian-looking thing.
It's gonna be Deadliest Warrior. You ever watch that show?
That's what I want.
You ever watch that show?
Oh, did I watch? Josh, did you ever play the video games?
So good.
Did you ever play the video games?
I did. We rented it from Family Video once. So good.
I think I bought both of I think I had the free trial of one of them, and I bought the other one. I had the free trial when it was like the Ninja versus somebody else. I would have the free trial for, and then I think I bought the next one. And that was like Alexander the Great and a bunch of people in it.
And all my for 4 years, all we watched was Deadliest Warrior and 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh my God, that was the only thing that was ever on Spike.
Yes, that's all we used to watch. And somehow now I'm like, oh, I don't even care about that stuff. Sports, like I don't know. I watched that all growing up.
Me and my brother used to cry at something that the guy said on the Deadliest Warrior. I can't remember what it was. He used to, like, I don't know if he used to say, like, fight or something of that nature, but he used to scream out one word, and me and my brother would laugh every time he said it. And then a thousand ways to die. I mean, I feel like
I watched a clip of one the other day, and it's just still like it was a clip, and it was kind of viral on Twitter. It was about like a larger lady, and they brought in an expert, and it was just some dude.
Oh yeah. Those, oh my god, girls. They were bringing experts for like the most random. Like, this person died falling down in a barrel because this happened. I'm like, brother,
they just don't make live TV like they used to anymore.
No, they really don't.
So many good shows.
It's just such a shame. And then that was always the thing. Like, at the end of the episodes, it would always be like, that's why every day it's a miracle. We survive 1,000 ways to die. And like, meanwhile, it's like this person farted in a room too much and died from their own gases. I'm like,
he stuck his head in a porta potty and never came out. Like, I'm never doing that.
You know what I'll never forget? I don't know why it sticks in my head so much. I think it's because of the animation. It's the two people like, and they're kissing and their tongue rings connected, and then they like hit into a pole and like you can see their heads roll. I'm like, and also granted, I'm literally like 9.
Same. I'm a little kid.
I'm like 9 years
learning
old
how I could die. Just figuring it out.
Like, what a world we were living in. What a sports show this is, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But all right, how about we go into it then? Cowboys just absolutely demolished the Rams. They got a big matchup coming up with the Eagles this week. Very excited to see that one. I mean, listen, the Rams had improved a little bit. You know, I thought that they were starting to look a little bit better than obviously the Cowboys. Listen, they won in all 3 phases. Dak had a good game, threw an interception though. The defense was, dominant as they mostly have been. I believe they blocked a punt on special teams too. So, I mean, they quite literally did everything right. Matt Stafford was hurt. He hurt his finger, I believe it was, his thumb.
I think he broke it. He hit somebody's helmet.
I think it's a strain of like some ligament in his thumb.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think we're just in the same spot, The Eagles are on top right now. The Cowboys have looked good, obviously, with that win. They were coming off the bye as well. But it's just all about beating people when you have to, Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we can go into it later as well, or even now. The Dolphins beat the Patriots. You think about it, okay, cool, whatever. I think their combined record of teams they've beaten is now a staggering 10-30.
Yeah, not a beautiful record.
So, and they lost to the Bills, and they lost to the Eagles. So it's kind of once again that situation of does my team looks good right now, but do they look good because of this, or are we actually good? I mean, remember even last year, I believe it was the Vikings. What were they, 13-4, something of that nature going into the playoffs? People were picking the Giants to upset them the entire time, and it ended up happening.
Yeah.
So sometimes you simply can just be a fraud.
Yeah, I think this season is
this is such an up in the air year. I have no idea what we're talking about.
There's not one singular team where like I'm super confident. Like the Eagles are probably the closest to a team where I'm like I'll take them over everybody, but I still wouldn't.
I mean, listen, let me tell you something too. We keep talking about Tyreek Hill, rightfully so, only wide receiver in NFL history to have over 1,000 yards in only 8 games played. AJ Brown's a grown ass man.
But I'm crazy because I'll take him over Cooper Kupp. Ugh. I'm crazy.
Listen, we did that before the season. How am I supposed to know he was going to set an NFL record? What does he have, 7 or 6 straight games over 125 yards receiving?
He's on a stretch that's just like literally record breaking. Never done.
Yeah, it's like 6 games in a row, 125 yards receiving. Mm-hmm. He scored 2. Did you see the 2 touchdowns he scored?
I just feel bad for that rookie corner in Washington. Both games, they're like, go on an island with AJ and win. Like,
I'm good.
Okay.
I would have walked off the field.
Welcome to the league, bro. Like, oh my God.
I would have been like, listen, you guys just want to embarrass me, don't you? I don't know what I did. Maybe I was annoying in training camp or something.
Is that the problem? What did I do?
Like, just tell me what I have to do to fix this because I need some help.
Well, there is also a good chance Ron Rivera just forgot AJ Brown existed.
I mean, you want to talk about he's got to go, right? Just let Eric Bieniemy coach the rest of the season.
I don't know, man. They're in a weird. Washington in general is in a very weird spot. Like
They are.
new
You know
owner.
why? It's simply because they're in the NFC. If they're in the AFC, I think you fire everybody, trade everybody off. The NFC, all right, let's do this, right? Seahawks are going to make the playoffs. What is there 7 spots now?
Yeah, 7.
All right, so Seahawks are making the playoffs. 49ers, I know they're struggling. They're going to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They're just too much talent not to. Eagles are going to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. So that's 4.
Then someone's got to win the South.
Oh, all right, so somebody wins the South. That's your 5. Now you got the 3 wild card spots.
Minnesota. Well, not anymore.
No, Kirk is.
Yeah, I was just kidding about not anymore.
The Packers look terrible.
Detroit. Did we pick a winner for the North?
No, we didn't. All right, so the Lions. So you got you got 5. No. All right, maybe that is 6 then.
You did Cowboys, Eagles, Lions, 49ers, and then someone from the South. Seahawks.
All right, so 6. So there's 1 spot left.
And we're looking at, the Rams.
Who just got demolished and now Stafford's hurt.
And then you're looking at the Packers, Bears.
Who can't score a touchdown to save their life.
Vikings would be the answer if they make a trade before the deadline.
I heard some things about Jameis Winston.
I would love nothing more than for famous Jameis to go to Minnesota and ball out.
W's?
Justin Jefferson can never complain about looks again if he comes out playing with Jameis Winston.
He's just going to eat those W's.
Mm-hmm. The greatest pregame quarterback you could ever ask.
I mean, he's certainly something. I wouldn't say, I don't know, greatest would be the word I'd use personally to describe him, but hey, everybody's
30 touchdowns. How many touchdowns do you have that year?
30.
Yeah. End of
sentence.
Interceptions at the end of sentence. End of sentence.
He was making 30 for 30s before ESPN.
Oh.
I mean, what are we talking about here? But, I mean, the Commanders really are in that weird spot where they could get draft picks for some of their good players. Obviously, you could move Chase. You could use. Do you think Howell is better than Dak? No.
No.
I thought Howell was going to be good.
I was going to
say that. I don't know how bad Howell is or how good. The man is on pace to set the record for time sacked in a season. Not a record that you want.
He's being asked to do so much for a guy that's only started how many games now? 6 or 7?
Yeah, and
8 actually because he started one last year. But
yeah.
I mean, they don't have a dominant run game. Brian Robinson's okay, Antonio Gibson's okay, but the way those guys are getting most of their yards is passes. So they're asking a lot out of Sam Howell with a very tough schedule in that NFC East. And not a great offensive line. They're asking him.
Dotson went crazy though.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson did have a day. Love Jahan Dotson, but they're asking a lot of him, and he's stepped up to the plate. He's played well. He's had some great games. First game against Philly, he was.
What do you have 400 passing yards this week or whatever? 3 touchdowns.
They're not getting blown out every week. He's keeping them in games.
No, the only week they really got blown out was against the Bills. They lost 30-3 or something. I think it was.
Yeah, and that was his real. One terrible game he's had. Other than that, his games have been okay. He's making young guy mistakes, but he's a young guy in a grown man's league. He's got to learn his way, but he's impressed me. Not better than Dak yet, though.
No.
But Dak came into a very fortunate situation when he came.
Rookie,
the greatest offensive line in the league.
The best running back in the league for 3 years.
Yeah. Dez was on top of the world.
Then
Jason Witten's there.
Then they trade for Amari Cooper.
Yeah, Dak came into kind of a perfect situation, so he kind of got to take his time to really grow up and take over a team, whereas Sam Howell's in a situation where hey, you got to ball out now. We don't have a great supporting cast for you outside of the guys you got to get the ball to.
Yeah. The Bengals, hey.
I tried to talk you into taking them last week.
I took the 49ers?
I said the Bengals stink, and you were like, no, they don't. I was like, well, take them. Take them. You didn't take them.
We'll get into our picks later, but hey, still on top. What can I say? Bengals are back. I mean,
yeah.
They are back.
I think Joe Burrow looks healthy. He looks like
That's what I was gonna say. Like we were all so concerned, and it's weird because you don't see him as like a mobile quarterback, obviously.
Mhm.
But that calf must have been so bad that like he probably wasn't able to like drive the football very well. He obviously wasn't able to run very well. And I mean, this week this man's doing 3rd and 9 QB draws,
Mhm.
Scrambling for first downs and things of that nature.
Breaking out of the pocket, that escape out of the pocket was great.
First play on offense for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's looking good.
Mhm.
So
yeah, I do agree. I think Aaron Rodgers said it on Pat's show that like the calf injury was way worse than people actually know about. Like it was much more severe than anybody really knew, and he was just kind of playing through it. So maybe now he's getting all that strength back. Like you said, I do agree. I think he maybe struggled being able to plant and really put the ball where he wanted it to or get enough power behind it. But this game he looked amazing, and all the other guys. That's where they can go off too. When Joe Burrow can get the ball to them when they need it, they make plays.
yeah, I mean, Jamar Chase really is always open.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, who are your all right top 5 wide receivers right now?
Jay Jettas, Tyreek Hill.
Okay. AJ Brown.
No particular order. AJ Brown.
I was gonna say no particular order either here. I don't feel like using that much brain power.
Those
Yeah,
three.
Jefferson, Tyreek, AJ Brown,
Devontae.
Okay.
I'm just going through teams now because it didn't pop in my head.
Listen, you know who I'm saying.
Yeah, I know you got Cup.
No, I don't.
Who?
I'm telling you right now, the Sun God, St. Brown.
Amon-Ra.
I mean, when are people going to realize?
I think CD is in that conversation. CD's nuts.
St. Brown, I believe, not positive, but I think it flashed up on the screen for a second. Back-to-back games, 10 catches, 100 yards.
Yeah, he's a dog. Absolute dog.
I mean, the man is unbelievable.
I mean, there's so many guys. It's tough to pick. I think the 4 guaranteed I have in there is Justin, Tyreek, AJ, and Devontae. Yeah. I think those are the 4 I have guaranteed. The 5th spot could go to CD. It could go to Amon-Ra. It could go to Mike Evans still balling.
Diggs is a dog.
Yeah, like
obviously.
Diggs.
All right, give me your top 5 right now. You don't got to give me a particular order either. I'm maybe see if there's any disagreements here. This has to be the year a non-quarterback wins the MVP. By the way,
yeah.
Is there anybody that's really impressive?
No, but there's also not a record-breaking other position right now.
Hill is on pace for 2,000 yards. If Hill has 2,000 yards, like 130 catches, and he doesn't win the MVP, it'll never happen.
It'll go to Tua. If it'll go to Tua.
See, but the only difference with that is I would normally agree with it, but everybody knows how special Hill is that he turns like a 3-yard slant into Actually, Josh, I mean, we both screwed up. I don't think we put in Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar would probably be 5 for me then.
Yeah, I lied. Love same. You know what?
Yeah, because
I'm not gonna lie. For this season, right now, I would take out Devontae Adams and put in St. Brown for me. This season, career.
Are we talking numbers? Like,
I mean, listen. I mean, you can do this any way that you want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want numbers, you do it this way. If you want pure talent, you do it this way. Jay Jettas, Tyreek, AJ Brown, Chase Diggs.
I think like it's like Justin Jefferson's obviously number 1 and Reeks 2.
But he has to be by default because I understand he's not playing, but like we know what he is, you know?
Yeah. See,
Tyreek has no way.
I think there's not a top 5 receiver anymore.
There's three absolutes in my eyes. It's Jefferson, Tyreek, and AJ Brown right now.
If there's 4 for me, it's those 3 and Devontae. Devontae is still arguably the best in the league. He's just playing with Jimmy Garoppolo, Aiden O'Connell, and Brian Hoyer. That's the issue here.
He made his bed, though.
He did, but he made his bed with his Fresno State brother, not with Jimmy Garoppolo.
This is a great point. It's a good point.
Not that Derek Carr was balling or anything, but
no, Derek Carr was definitely not, Tom Brady at that moment. But
I think I mean Jay Jettas, Tyreek, AJ, Devontae. I'm not putting Chase in there. I'll take Diggs over Chase.
Do you?
Yeah, I'd take Diggs over Chase.
See, I still think I would take Chase. I mean,
I think it's neck and neck. Chase is younger, but I'm taking Diggs.
I just think Chase can make more plays.
Diggs low-key is underrated open field guy, though.
I mean, listen, you saw it against the Patriots. This man caught a ball, slid down, got back up, scored a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he makes some insane.
And I love Diggs. Like I've been a Diggs guy for a long time.
Yeah, I think I'd go Diggs.
Wow. Replace Diggs with Garrett Wilson.
That feels like more of a projection than right now type of thing.
That does feel like a projection.
I think Garrett Wilson's going to be an all-pro player, once, not that Zach Wilson's a bad quarterback. Zach Wilson's a guy that can.
I was one of those. Did you watch the game?
I did. He led them to a game-winning drive.
No. Listen, we'll get into that later. That was one of the worst football games I've ever watched in my life.
What, you didn't like Tommy DeVito out there?
They didn't throw a pass.
The most Italian NFL player to ever play.
I mean, listen, I got the horn right here. I'm proud of my brother. But I thought
he does look like straight out of The Sopranos, though. You see the picture of him getting interviewed? It's like that's a scene from The Sopranos. Like that's someone that's in there.
I mean, listen, it was just
ugly game, but I bet the Jets and they pulled out for me.
Yeah, it was a push.
Or you took I didn't bet the spread. I took money line.
Money line. Fair enough.
It was a nice money line. Had a profit boost. Cowboys, Eagles, Vikings, Jets money line. I like putting those together where you put some you're very confident in, like big spreads, just money line, and then one of those close games that you feel strong about.
How many people do you think are just absolutely disgusted that they put the Chiefs in as an absolute win?
I almost did it, but I just didn't do it because the money line was so there's no point because the money line was like 405 when I was making my bets.
Patrick Mahomes with a little bit of a flu game. No Michael Jordan, I'll tell you that.
Low key, Russell Wilson's not too bad this year.
He has the same stats as
I saw a post about that. Like
same stats.
Crazy. He's kind of
because, and listen, he really hasn't been bad. Their defense is just awful.
Mm-hmm. He's not really been given a chance. Like his defense doesn't keep him in games because the offense not going to blow everyone out. They're not that good, but they're good enough to win games.
He's like what, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, something like that.
Like he's playing decent.
And I will. And listen, obviously it's not the end of the line for Mahomes. I'm not out on the Chiefs. Interception 3 straight games though for Mahomes. That's a little
uncharacteristic.
Yeah, a little. I mean, I don't know if concern is the right word, but I
feel like they probably need to get Taylor Swift under a contract though, because they do ball out when she is there.
They're gonna need her to cancel her what is it, Eras tour? I believe it is.
Yeah, she got to be there in the playoffs every game.
If she's not, she's obviously fake. You're fake for that then.
Yeah, fake.
Josh, we've been mumbling a lot. How about we go into our picks? Huh? Oh, we know we got to do. How about who's your quarterback of the week? How about we do that? Unless you don't have
it's Will Levis. Will Levis just came in, and I mean, he makes it look so effortless. Like there are guys that when they throw a deep ball, it looks Josh Allen. It looks just effortless. You know, Justin Herbert. But I don't think I've ever seen someone just a flick of the wrist the way it looks coming out of Will Levis's hand live. But yeah, I'm going with Will Levis. He was 19 to 29, 238, 4 touchdowns. He played really well. That's a great sign for Tennessee. You know, you didn't want to ride Tannehill for too much longer. You didn't know what you were getting with Malik. Just feels like there's nothing there with them. You trade up into the second round to draft Levis, who some people had going top 5. His first start, he balls out. He could be a guy for them, which is good for Tennessee.
Give me my guy, Justin Herbert. 298, 3 touchdowns. I think at one point had 16 straight completions. Man, it was just on him. He was absolutely
good to see him playing good again. I think that hand's been bothering him, and it looked like it wasn't as big of a problem yesterday. But, you know, because he had a couple rough games in a row.
I think people are kind of underlooking. I mean, he can't take a snap from under center, basically. They had one snap under center, like right away, fumbled it.
they had to get like a glove like twice the size of
Yeah,
his
it's like a
fit.
4X glove or something,
Yeah.
and it cut
So
off.
you know all of it. Yeah, like that's just got to be uncomfortable just to have on, let alone like
Not even uncomfortable, just annoying as hell.
yeah, yeah.
How about your offensive player of the week?
Going with Rashid Shaheed. He had just 3 catches, but had 153 yards and a touchdown. Like a crazy game for him. He looks like a weapon out there. You just got to tell him go deep and he'll make a play. So he is a dog for the Saints, which I don't like. I don't like it when the Saints have dogs.
I mean, I think the easy one here is CeeDee Lamb.
He did have a day. Did have a day.
Don't care though. I think I'm still gonna go with AJ Brown. I mean, the dude's an absolute animal.
Yeah, he's a grown man around little boys when he's down the field like that.
I mean, 8 catches, 130, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Absolutely bodied. That one-handed catch for the touchdown, unbelievable.
Disgusting.
I think Burrow did this as well. Gridiron. I think they both did it. Burrow did it, in the 4:00 slot, and then Herbert came out, and I think he started the game like 10 of 10 or something of that nature.
That's so like insane. 19. All the things that can happen on a pass play. 19 in a row. Like even if it's a check down, you know how many check downs get dropped or it's a low ball. 19 completions in a row. That's insane.
How about your little defensive player of the week, eh?
Yeah, this guy's numbers aren't like historic or anything, but I did watch the whole Panthers game, and I'm not saying he's as good as this guy, but the way Frankie Louvu was flying around the field reminded me a lot of Luke Kuechly just in this game. How it seemed like every play he was in on or making a play. He had 12 tackles, 1 sack, and 2 tackles for a loss. He balled out, and his mother, it was her first time coming to a game of his. Shout out to Usos, love the brothers, but. She came to the game for the first time, and it was also the first win of the season.
The Usos, like the WWE?
Yeah,
Not mean dead ass.
It's like, The Rock, Jason.
No, like these are related though?
They're all, I don't know how to say it. Usos,
I didn't know
That's
that.
what they refer to themselves as.
I didn't know that they had a cousin in the NFL.
No, that's a lot of, it's not just a WWE.
Well, obviously.
So I was just saying, Usos. Shout out. Shout out to his mom. Finally getting to a game too. Love that.
One of my favorite things on Pat McAfee when they what do they do? When they play that thing like the commercial or whatever, and it's Ty Schmidt dressed up as Lou Holtz. And he's reading the letter or whatever. He goes,
program.
he goes, we got a bunch of bad ooses.
Yeah, his impressions are insane. Like
it's funny as hell.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Bunch of shadows on the beach somewhere.
And then Pat just starts crying. He's like, I know you had oos in the repertoire or whatever. But listen, I'll go Jalen Ramsey. How about it? I'll give him his flowers. Comes back from the injury, has the interception. I thought he was housing it, if I'm being honest with you.
That was funny how he got mad at Schefter for saying he's on track to play.
And then,
he's like, hey, shut up. Don't say that. You don't know. Guys, I'm on track to play. Like, it's okay.
And then releases a video of him, doing a comeback that he's playing. Interesting development, to say the least. All right, now we get into our picks then. We go to the picks. Everybody's favorite part of the show, where you get to know. Well, listen, just take the money line on everything we say, and maybe you'll be rich. Like I said, if I actually did that, I'd be doing great. 77-44. I mean, I should start betting my own games. This is unbelievable. How did we do last week, Josh?
We both had a very good week. We split our disagreement games 2-2. But we went 11-4 each on the entire week.
That brings me to 77-44. Josh is 73-48. I got that 4-game lead. It'll stay there.
I was very close to tying it up.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you know what close counts in?
I'm just saying.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, brother.
I know. But I'm just saying. Don't sleep. I'm right there.
Josh, I'm not even sleeping. I'm hibernating.
Okay, cool with me because that lasts a long time, and we still got 9 more weeks. So stay asleep.
Hibernation. I don't even got to think
Stay
when I make
asleep.
these picks. I just know what's going to happen.
Stay asleep. I said last week though I was very okay with going 2-2, so I'm not mad.
I mean, I think we both. I said it too. We both kind of were.
I'm just trying to be in there in the end. Just give me a shot, coach.
Yeah, as long as you don't have to pick against me in literally every single game.
Yeah, as long as it's not the entire slate.
Yeah.
If I got to take a risk on a couple in week 17, I'm okay with that. But let's not make it. I'm down 9. Let's pick 12 against them.
It's certainly as former Yankee manager said, Joe Girardi. It's not what you want. It's not what you want.
Not at all.
Thursday night football, the Titans at the Steelers. I would imagine now, Josh. Is it Levis?
Will Levis.
Will Levis. Okay. I want to listen. I said Levi Levis. I don't know what it is. Should have Will Levis here going up against. I don't know. Is it going to be Kenny Pickett? I know he got hurt with the. Was it a rib?
Yeah, ribs. But it's Mitch backing him up. Basically the same player, scheme wise. Neither are great right now. So.
I know. Do I trust the Titans on the road?
I'll give you a decision here. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Are you?
Yeah.
This is not a game I'm willing to go against you on. I mean, listen, I love the performance last week, but if I lost a game like this, it would just make me want to vomit. So I'll go Steelers too out of necessity. Dolphins at the Chiefs. Not really, though. This game is in good old Frankfurt, Germany.
Yeah.
First game. Da. I'll go with the Chiefs. Dolphins can't win against the big teams. Got to prove it to me.
Just give me the Dolphins.
Oh, I feel confident in that one. I was hoping you picked the Dolphins. Commanders at my New England Patriots. I'll go with my boys.
Why? You never pick them.
I know, but I mean, listen, we got, J.C. Jackson's back to playing good football because he's on the Patriots again. Jack Jones is back.
Well, I'm also going with the Patriots.
Commanders' offensive line is just me and you out there, basically.
Yeah.
Seahawks at the Ravens. I think this could be.
If we were out there, we'd give them time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was pretty good in Mighty Mites.
Yeah.
Some would say I should have kept playing, but they scared me going into middle school saying that practice was going to be the hardest thing in my life. So I decided to quit playing football. Not exactly a regret, but I kind of wish I kept playing just to see what would have happened. Not that I think I was going to the NFL. Don't get it twisted, but,
you never know.
Probably would have been.
You could have tapped into something you didn't know was in there.
Unleash the beast.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make a comeback. I'll start training right now.
Hey, get you in
the AFL. 6'2", just get a little muscle on me. How tall? Jason Kelsey's small, isn't he?
Yeah, interior linemen don't got to be huge. It's usually tackles that are.
Yeah, tackles are usually like 6'8" behemoths.
Yeah, I mean, guards and centers could be, 5'11", 6'2".
How tall? I want to see now. I gotta know. Now I'm nosy.
Jason Kelsey can't be any taller than 6'1".
Jason.
Oh, actually, he might be 6'3". I don't know.
Yeah, look at that, 6'3".
I feel like you know height better than I know height.
What?
Because to me, it's just like if someone's tall, they're just tall. But since you are tall, like you can tell. Like,
I mean, I'm 6'2", an inch.
I'm 5'9", so like if a guy's 5'11", I'm like, oh, that guy's 6'2". Like he's kind of tall.
Yeah, I think you know the opposite way because like somebody's short, I'm like, oh yeah, they're like 5'6", maybe.
No, I'm not good with it either way. I just don't know. I don't know.
Well, anyway, listen, I'll put my NFL dreams on hold. I'll take the Ravens over the Seahawks.
Seahawks are sneaky.
Oh no, very. Don't get me wrong. They're a good team. I just think the Ravens at home just played their best game of the season.
Yeah. Oh, now that you said that, I kind of want.
I know that makes you want to go for the letdown pick.
It's only week 9. I got time. Give me Seattle.
Okay. Cardinals at the Brownies. I will take the Browns.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs done.
He's that he is
starting. It's either Clayton Tune or Kyler. Kyler's
will not be Kyler.
Yeah, so it's going to be Clayton Tune. Give me Cleveland.
The Bucks at the Texans. Texans coming off that loss. Bucks have time to prepare for this game. I think I'm going to go with the Bucks here. I like their defense. Mike Evans, Godwin, big day.
I agree.
The Bears at the Saints. Give me the Saints here.
Saints kind of stink. But then sometimes they don't. Where's Justin Fields tracking to? Is he
I honestly could not tell you.
Can I just do an ultimatum here?
Yeah,
Taking
sure.
a lot of stupid risks this week, but let's add another one. If Fields plays, give me the Bears. If it's Bajent, I got the Saints.
Okay. Vikings at the Falcons. Kirk Cousins out for the year with the torn Achilles. Obviously, prayers up to him. Tragic. You don't like to see that. With all that being said, though, that means I'm taking the Falcons. Desmond Ridder out for the second half, apparently with the concussion, I guess. But I would keep him out because the man's not good at football and put Heineke in there. But I'm still taking the Falcons either way.
Minnesota's backups, it's Nick Mullins.
No, it was some random guy that I've never heard of in my life.
Jared Hall. It was Jared Hall.
Yeah, Jared Hall or
out of
something
BYU.
Like
couple quarterback legends out of BYU. Jared Hall. Or do they make a trade?
No, it's him.
So do I trust a week of Jared Hall?
I mean, because even if you make a trade deadlines tomorrow, you think they'll start?
Jameis can learn a playbook in 5 seconds. Because the playbook is he's going to run deep. He's going to run deep.
Depends on what team he's going to throw it to.
I think Atlanta's awful, dude. But I'll pick them. I've already taken 2 risky ones. Give me the Falcons.
Rams at the Packers. This is a disgusting game.
I'll go with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to go with – see, I was going to go with the Rams too, but now you make it seem like I wasn't going to.
You weren't.
I was. Packers literally might be the worst. I mean, they are just disgusting to watch. I watched that game last week because me and Chris took the Vikings. We got it at plus 2.5, believe it or not, for the Vikings. So we were never in doubt. But God,
plus 2.5, really?
Yeah, that's when we got it. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Jared Goff to Sam Laporta on a 3rd and 3.
Touchdown?
No. It was just a 3rd and 3.
I was going to say I need 9 points from Sam Laporta to win this week on fantasy. It's like a touchdown already.
I mean, listen, that's that you just got a nice 1 point, probably 4 points.
Yeah, I expect a lot more.
Hey, I think he'll get a lot more.
I agree.
The Colts at your Panthers. I know we're going to disagree on that one because we talked about it earlier. I'm taking the Colts.
Keep pounding, baby. Let's get the second one. Let's cut that lead down. We might make the playoffs. Imagine that. Imagine we finish 7-9 and host a playoff game.
It would be quite disgusting. The Giants at the Raiders. God, talk about another ugly game. But I will take the Raiders.
How's Tyrod looking?
I believe he's already ruled out.
How's Daniel Jones looking?
I don't know, honestly. Yeah. Actually, no, wait. Apparently, I heard today on the good old Michael K show, shout out Don McGregor, that, believe it or not, they cleared him to play Sunday morning at like 10 o'clock. But technically, since he was already ruled out Friday, he wasn't allowed to. So I would imagine that means he's going to play unless they're going to say, hey, take another week. We're probably already out of the playoffs anyway. We got the bye next week. Just chill.
Give me the Raiders.
Cowboys at the Eagles. Disgusted, by the way, that this is not a primetime game.
I like where it's at, though.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Love a good 425er.
Yeah, I absolutely love how my Sunday's going. Chiefs, Dolphins, leading up to whatever, like the Panthers, whatever exciting ending to the morning games, leading into Dallas, Philly, leading into the next game.
Leading into Bills and the Bengals. I think DeMar's active for that game.
Who'd you pick for the last game?
I don't know. I didn't pick it. I was just asking a question.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, obviously you can't do it for pity, but
Yeah.
God, would that be a hell of a story? You know that they're going to have some pregame something for it. They have to. I mean, by the way, Josh,
running out of the tunnel with the flag. He's running out of the tunnel. No, because it's not in Buffalo. So
Josh, I'm not going to lie. It's looking real great right now that I switched out that Josh Jacobs thing.
Hey,
I think Gibbs has like 7 touches already.
Any trade predictions? I think the Panthers are. When's the trade deadline?
Tomorrow, 4:00. I think.
Yeah, I think if we would have lost Sunday, something would have happened today. If we were 0-7 versus 1-6, I feel like Dante Jackson. I think Terrence Marshall could be gone because they gave him permission 2 weeks ago to seek a trade. And I can't imagine there are too many teams out there that wouldn't throw a 6th-round pick for a shot at what could be a great receiver in Terrence Marshall. But other than that, I don't know. Is there anybody else that should be on the move?
I mean, I guess I think the Vikings are going to trade for a quarterback just because the NFC is so terrible that you might as well try and go for it somehow. I think, man,
Chase Young, maybe.
I was going to say maybe Chase Young on the Commanders.
There's not too much drama right now. I feel like all the drama got solved with
what? It was Dexter Lawrence, right? That got traded from the Giants already to the
Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams. There we go. Leonard Williams.
They traded Dexter Lawrence. I'll be like, what are you doing?
Leonard. I mean, hey, that's still a hell of a trade, though.
Yeah, definitely great pickup for a need for Seattle too, like a very big need.
I know that the Eagles said that they're looking for a corner still.
Could be Dante Jackson.
I mean, Devontae Adams isn't going to get traded. I know everybody was talking about that.
Not as much drama at this deadline as we've had in recent years.
Yeah, the last 2 years had been very active. This year does not seem like it is going to be. By the way, we still haven't made a pick for the Cowboys and the Eagles, but just give me the Eagles, man. Have to.
Yeah, I agree.
Bills at the Bengals. Listen, I'm going to say it, should be an unbelievable game, which means it won't be, but Bengals are back, and I think they're going to win.
You're on the Bengals?
I'm on the Bengals.
That's all right. So we've disagreed on 3, potentially 4, if Justin Fields plays, which I don't feel great about at all. I'm also making a homer pick. I also took Seattle over a red-hot Baltimore team, so I really can't go after the Bills here, so I got to go Bengals.
And then I'm taking the Chargers over the Jets, even though this is a game that the Chargers will lose. I mean, I'm already chalking it up as one of my losses of the week, but I still got to pick them.
Going with the Chargers as well.
Well, listen, that would be this episode of Generational Sports. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate anything that you guys do to help this program along. Like, comment, share with a friend, subscribe. Listen, everything helps the good old analytics here. With that being said, Anthony Connor _ over there on X. You can follow me there. Generational Sports as well. There has to be something wrong with the clock. Why does it say that there's 40 seconds left in the quarter when there's only been one drive?
Long drive.
No. Josh, let me tell you something. There's no way there's 30 seconds left in the quarter.
It's a long drive, man. They really stretched it out. They put on 2 clock. And why you always got to do...
Oh, there we go. 8 minutes and 37 seconds. Clock operator was on something. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Josh, where can they find you?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Jolin_4. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Generational Sports. Follow us on Twitter. Also, make sure you follow on Underdog on Twitter. They're doing a lot of awesome giveaways on there, too. And when you head on over to their website to sign up, use code GenZ, double your first deposit up to $100. And tune in next Monday, 7 Eastern.
All right, everybody. We will catch you on the next episode. Until then, you have a good one. All right.